Hey everyone, welcome back. I still gotta get together with the Grand Theft Auto videos, so sorry about that for the people who are waiting. I've just had a lot on my mind and shit. But this is a review of a film I've seen recently. I've seen it about 6 times now, and I must say it's definitely better than most of the films today. Stitches. There's another movie called Stitches that came out back in 2001 by Full Moon. I have not seen that movie, but I hear mixed opinions about it. Some people like it, some people hate it. I don't know what to say about it. But Stitches is a comedy horror, so don't go into this thinking, oh, you're going to see a badass horror flick. But rather a badass comedy horror flick. It's got comedy and it's got horror, and I should probably stop saying that and get into the actual review. It's about these teenagers by the name of Tommy. Well, Tom, but he's played by an actor named Tommy Knight. Uh, Vinny, who I really like the character Vinny. He was pretty cool. Um, Richie, Sarah's the bitch. You gotta have a bitch in a horror movie. Kate, who is Tommy's love interest. Um, Bulger, who's the fat one. He's always eating food and strawberries, and I'd love his death. I'll get to that in a minute. Um, and those are your 6 main characters. Oh, and Paul. Paul is a total dick too. He's Sarah's boyfriend. But what can I say about this film? I loved it. If I didn't love it, I wouldn't have watched it 6 times already. But whereas it's a good movie, it does have its faults. Few faults, but there's still faults. One, the movie did drag a little bit. I was like, okay, come on, where's the horror? And then bam, it hits you right in the face. And I'm like, fuck yeah, this is gonna be a good movie. And another fault is the ending. One of the dumbest endings I've ever seen to a horror film. But it sets it up for a sequel, so I guess it's good and bad. More good in the fact that we're gonna probably get a sequel to this film, but bad because it was just one dumb way to end a good movie. I'll show the back too. There's a clown code in this movie, so I thought that was pretty cool. Get a good look at Stitches right there on his tricycle. Yeah, like I said, this has some humor in it. Anyways, Tommy, Sarah, and the rest of them, they're having a party as little kids at the start of the movie, and Stitches the clown ends up being their entertainer, and he's perverse. He pretty much hates children, but he does the job anyways. And what happens is, while he's doing all his tricks, juggling and everything, balancing chairs on his nose, Vinny decides, oh, you know what, I'm gonna tie this motherfucker's shoelaces together. And the kids are really rude too. I thought they were ruder than Stitches himself. So Vinny ties his shoes together, Stitch's shoes, and while Stitches is in the middle of juggling, Tom throws the soccer ball right at Stitches, ends up falling over, and we get our first scene of actual gore. You get to see a knife through the poor guy's face. And I see what they're trying to do with the movie and everything, and it works. It definitely works. It wants you to feel emotions for Stitches. They want you to feel sorry for him. And you do kind of feel sorry for him. You might actually hate him, but I personally felt sorry for him. He did not really deserve to be treated the way he was treated, even if he did hate kids. And the irony of it is, kids kill him. But definitely check this out. The deaths in this are very original, and I loved every minute of the deaths. You get to see a kid get his intestines turned into a balloon animal, and that's just the start of the death. I'm not going to spoil one of the best deaths out of the entire film. You get to see one kid get his head opened with a can opener. Cool last death. You get to see a girl get her eyeball ripped out by a surprise item. I think that Gore hounds will definitely enjoy this. The gore is practical. You get to see decapitations by a foot, actually. Kicks one kid's head off and just goes flying, and blood spurts out the neck, and I'm like, fuck yeah, decapitations are awesome. And this is just an all-out great comedy horror. Don't go into this expecting, it's supposed to be horror. It's got a picture of a killer clown on it, but yet it's comedy. It's comedy horror. What do you expect? And it's a low-budget film. So don't expect much. And this movie was made in Ireland, I think. And it played in theaters over there. I don't know about over here in America, but over there it played in the theaters. It says, destined to become a cult classic. I consider probably a classic. It's definitely one of the better Killer Clown films I've seen. On a scale of Killjoy versus Stitches, I think Stitches is better in the kill department. And plot department too, because the Killjoy films were never really about the plot, other than revenge. That was about it. But I think Stitches takes the cake, ironically. The reason I say ironically is because if you open up the case, damn it, it's a cake. I thought that was pretty funny. And it says, Ross Noble is Stitches. Ross Noble, I saw a couple of his videos on the internet. He is pretty damn funny. I thought he was pretty damn funny. And he was a perfect choice to play a killer clown. And in the interviews, he keeps on saying, the director had me at knife in the face. And I'm just like, is he crazy or something? Is he out of his mind? And then it sunk in, and he's just doing that for fun. He likes gore. He even said that. He likes Evil Dead 2, and that's one damn gory film. Evil Dead 2 is gorier than this movie, but this movie definitely lays down the gore for you, so Gore fans will be happy with it. But can I recommend it to everybody? No, I can't. It's for the hardcore Killer Clown fans. Like ones that grew up with It, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, 100 Tears, just a whole bunch of Killer Clown movies. Drive Through, that's a great one. And sadly, Mr. Jingles. I get more enjoyment laughing at that film because it's so cheaply made. But I watched that movie with friends just to make fun of it. So Mr. Jingles counts as a horrible Killer Clown film, but still damn cool to see Gore, as cheap as it is. But enough about Mr. Jingles. Stitches is definitely a must-buy for Killer Clown fans. I don't think they'll be disappointed other than the ending. The ending is the stupidest damn part of the movie. Ugh! It pissed me off. But it had to find some way to make it a sequel-bait ending. But the director says a sequel will not happen unless he's given the money. Let's get into the special features, shall we? Commentary with actor Ross Noble and writer-director Connor McMahon. For some reason, this dude's name sounds so familiar, and I can't put my hand on it what else he directed. A making-of featurette, bloopers. Pretty much the bloopers is the same bloopers you'll see at the end credits of the movie. I'm not spoiling the ending, but there are bloopers at the end of the movie. Trailer. I do not like the trailer this DVD came with. It was okay, but the original version of the trailer is kick-ass, and it's got one of the most memorable songs I ever heard in a movie. I never heard it in a movie until I saw this. I Die in Your Arms Tonight by Cutting Crew. That was my favorite song off of Vice City, and I was so happy to hear it in this movie. I was like, Killer Clown? That song? And a surprising death? This movie rules. This movie definitely rules. But again, stupid ending. But great movie, stupid ending. And I like the punchline right there. Bad clown. So anyways, if you want to check out Stitches, go ahead. But if you're going in this expecting a great masterpiece of a horror film, you'll be sadly mistaken, because this is mostly for Killer Clown fans. It was recommended to me by some juggalettes online. And they said, oh, it's great, I think you'll enjoy it. And turns out, I actually enjoyed it. A newer film that's a Killer Clown film that I actually enjoyed. I haven't been liking the newer movies lately. I stopped watching the newer movies after the Three Stooges and Ted. So, yeah. This is definitely a good movie. It's a horror comedy done right. But again, they should have had an alternate ending or something like that. Oh, and I've got to go on, I can't believe I forgot about this. See that big red schnoz he's got? He takes the damn thing off, and it turns out to be his real nose, and he goes like, sniff him out. And he drops it on the floor, and it goes sniffing around for the next kid he's gonna kill. Oh, and you do see a little bit of animal abuse in this film. Those who have seen it probably know what I'm talking about already. If not, they probably weren't paying attention to the movie. But definitely check this out. I think Horror's Ball might like it. He likes the low-budget films and Zombie and stuff like that. So I think he might like this. OD666, I told him about it. And he was like, I heard the movie's good. And I told him flat out, the movie is awesome. Got tons of gore. No nudity. There's really only one scene of nudity out of the entire film. Unless you want to count the castration, then that counts as 2 scenes of nudity. But this isn't focused on nudity. It isn't focused on sex too much. Other than with Vinny. Vinny's like a horn dog in this film. But definitely, I keep on saying it, but It's the truth. Definitely check out this film, Killer Clown fans. You will not be disappointed with it, but you will be disappointed with the ending. I was like, really? That's how they're gonna end it? So anyways, peace. I'm out.